Hey guys, this is Lindy. Listen, I am so busy. I'm telling you. I'm building the bed and I just showed you, I just did a small clip of, I'm going to be putting the legs in. I had those cut yesterday. I'm going to show you as I'm working on it, putting this air conditioner in. I want it put in the next week. On top of that, I'm planning something with Carol. I'm not talking about it. Anyway, anyway, everybody keeps asking me for a story. And so I'm going to give you one. I did do a video on this, and nobody really realized what it was about when I first started. And most of you haven't seen it. Maybe one or two have. But I thought I needed to do this video because one of his movies is coming out. And it was an interesting time for me. As you know, I left World. I started my vintage clothing business. And I'm doing shows, vintage clothing shows in L.A. So we do 3 or 4 a year. I think we did 4 a year. And that means you rent a truck, you load that truck up, and you roll the clothes onto the truck, the rental truck. And you strap them down. You take your totes of shoes and, I mean, just everything. It's a lot of work. Then you turn around and you set it up as if you had a mini shop inside. We did Santa Monica, and inside there, like a gym or something. I can't. This huge building, whatever. You know, I don't remember all that stuff. That was frivolous stuff. Anyway, and then we set it up. So usually you just have one way to get into your show, your little mini store, okay? And because there's clothing everywhere and it's lined up behind you on rollers, and you have got tables set up, and you've got shoe racks and purse racks and hat racks. I mean, it's a lot you're showing because it costs $1,200 for my one little spot, and plus the gas, plus the rental truck. So I usually spend about $1,800 to do a show. Well, I got to make that money back during the show, so I have to take as much as I can. So our little mini stores are just crammed packed. So you normally just have one way to get in and the same way to get out, to leave. So here comes this older woman, and I thought it was a younger man, a very dirty man. It was smelly, and he was dirty, and he had a beard, and he looked very homeless, okay? And he scared me because he didn't speak. So she spoke. She was just nice, and she spoke very nicely. You know, she just came in for a minute, and she says to him, "Stay here. I'll be right back." So this man, who is smelly, near my vintage clothing, and he's dirty, and he's standing in the middle of my doorway. Does he move? No, he does not. Can anybody get in? No, they cannot. So I'm looking at this man and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? You know, what am I going to do? Because he's blocking the way, and I'm losing sales because nobody wants to come in to go past this man. So I finally go past him, and I go over and I find this woman because I don't want to approach him. He's kind of scary. And I don't want to be rude to him, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. So it's you know, it's kind of a dilemma, you know. You got to be careful. You don't want to offend anybody. So I go over to this woman. I say, "Excuse me. I don't want to offend you, but that young man you left is standing in my doorway, and you know he's dirty and he's smelly, and nobody can get into my show my little, you know, business, and I really need to make sales." I mean, it was a nice conversation. We had a very nice conversation. She didn't take offense. She goes, "Oh, I know. I don't know why he had to come with me today. Whatever. I can't remember everything she said." Across from me, now mind you, I'm not from L.A., but across from me, oh, these girls, were LA girls, and they had an LA shop. And they're just freaking out over there, And they're, like trying to get my attention, and I'm ignoring them because I have a problem. I want to get this man out of the doorway nicely, you know. So, oh God, what a mess. So anyway, I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, kind of, kind of recognize him, but I don't really know who he is. But he he's homeless. He must have been on a homeless whatever, interview, whatever. So she comes over and she gets him. He never spoke to me, not once. He never spoke. He never smiled. He just stood there like a big dummy. And he was slumped over. And so she finally gets him out of there. She takes him and he goes away. And these girls run over to me. You know that was, do you know who that was? And I'm like, are you kidding me? No, I don't know who that was. Keanu Reeves. I said, what do you mean that's Keanu Reeves? And they go, he's doing a new movie. Now, I don't know if any of this is true, okay? He looked like, once they said that, yes, he looked like Keanu Reeves, but, a lot of people could. But they said he's doing this movie, and he's a method actor. So he's been living on the streets to learn the part for this homeless movie. He's playing a homeless man or something, on the streets. I don't know, guys, but the girls told me that was his mother. And she didn't know what to do with him because he's this method actor. He's living in a box on the streets, being a homeless person so he can get into the mood or whatever it is you do when you're an actor. And so that was my meeting with Keanu Reeves. Never spoke. He was very scary. But he was playing a part. That's what I'm being told, okay? He did kind of look like Keanu Reeves. Was he? I don't know. But that's what everybody told me. Those two girls and then a couple other people came over and goes, oh, he was standing in here. And I'm like, Keanu Reeves? I mean, why? He's very wealthy. What's he doing this for, Being dirty and smelly and beard and whatever. I thought I would just tell you about my meeting with Keanu Reeves. It was not a good one. But I didn't offend him. I didn't kick him out of my booth. I just got his mother. She came and got him. She can take him with her. So, just thought I'd tell you about that one. I mean, I met a lot of movie stars down there. Some I really liked, honestly. Some I just wouldn't give you 2 cents for because some of them just get a big head and it's kind of hard to deal with them. But I thought I'd tell you about Keanu Reeves because he's got a new movie coming out. And I thought you might be interested to, listen to a story. When I met him as a method actor, he was great. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for listening. Camo.